What's up, everybody? Pastor Josh here. It's been a while since I did a video, so you can look forward to some of these coming more often. And again, if you don't want to receive this email, just go ahead and take yourself off the list. It's definitely not to push anything on you or anything like that, but I just like to encourage people. Paul in Philippians 4:4, he says, "Rejoice in the Lord always." And again, I say rejoice. And in this culture, in this country, in these times, it doesn't always feel like we have a lot to rejoice over. To be honest with you, we have just a lot of things kind of, you watch the news for 5 minutes and man, it just seems like somebody you want to crawl up in a corner and cry because of just so many bad things going on. And I know that finances are tough right now for everybody, really. I mean, even some people that I know that are kind of more well off are having a little bit of trouble. And jobs are hard to find. Family issues. I mean, these are all real things that touch us all in some way. And so when Paul says, rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice, I mean, a lot of times, and I'll be honest, it's hard to wake up and think rejoice. But I got to tell you what, there is a lot of things that we can look at and be thankful for and rejoice. In fact, Jesus, he says in Luke 10 verses 17 through 21, he sends these 72 disciples out, and they go out and they do all kinds of crazy things. They bring demons out of people in Jesus's names, and they just do all kinds of miracles that Jesus gave them authority to do. And they come back and they report to Jesus, and they're just excited. They're like, "Oh, even the demons and the spirits listen when we say your name, Jesus." And Jesus says to them this. He says, "Don't rejoice because the spirits listen to you or obey you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in the book of life." And what Jesus was talking about there is like, yeah, in that context, he was talking about, the demons to them, because that's what they were talking about. But he's saying, don't get caught up in these things in life that are kind of small. Don't be joyful because you have a good job. Don't be joyful because your marriage is going good. Don't be joyful because your kids obey you. These are all things that, yeah, we definitely should be thankful for. But where he says the real prize is that our name is written in the book of life. And what that means is that we have a relationship with Jesus, that we know Jesus. See, the Bible tells us that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, and that nobody comes to the Father except for through him. And that means belief in him. That means understanding that he was God, and he comes down as a man to roam among us, and he had every desire that we have. He has, when you pinched him, it hurt. He performed miracles, and then he walks and walks through this life, goes through this ministry, and he dies on a cross. And the reason that he died there, John 3:16 says that God gave him because he loved the world, not to judge us, but to save us. So Jesus' death was this saving thing for us. It was so that we could have a relationship with God in eternity. And some of that stuff sounds simple to us, but man, we forget it, that we need to be rejoiceful. We believe in Jesus. And we believe that he is who he says he was. And we believe that he died for us. And therefore, we believe that we're set free through that belief. So we should be rejoicing every day, because the worries of this world are temporary. The good things of this world are temporary. In fact, 1 Corinthians 13 tells us that all things in this world are partial. And that someday when Jesus comes back, that he's going to complete everything, and we'll have all knowledge. So whether we're joyful or whether we're not joyful, these things are partial, and Jesus is the real joy in life. So we can boldly say, when we believe in Jesus, that we rejoice in him, and we say it again, we rejoice. And I have lots of things to be thankful for. This past week, my wife and I went back to my hometown. Got to see so many people that I haven't seen in years, and it was just a wonderful thing. It was truly a blessing to be back there, and the beauty. We took a cruise out Picture Rocks Lakeshore, and you can check out my Facebook page and see some of the pictures that we have. It's gorgeous. And it was just a blessing to be back there. Lots to be thankful for. But one thing that I'm extremely thankful for is that recently I've had some people in my denomination or my church leadership approve me to start a church in Duluth, Minnesota. And that is a scary thing. It's an exciting thing all at once. The reason that I'm sharing it with you guys is that I just want some prayer. I'm so excited for this. So in about a year from now, my wife and I are going to move our family over there, and there's a lot of unknowns at this part. But I'll tell you one thing that my wife and I are praying for is that we understand that our names are written in the book of life, and that we can rejoice in the Lord always, and we can say it again, rejoice. And that's the message that we want to bring. There's just so much pressure in America now, and you feel like you're just a horrible person if you're kind of locked up into a habit, and you're struggling to get out of it, or if your finances are a little tough, or if you're struggling in your marriage. And see, Jesus came to people that suffered in that same way, that had those same problems, and he just put his arms around them and loved on them, and he said, no, the joy is knowing me. And so we can have joy in that. And guys, I just ask, as we move forward, and as you continue to get these emails, and I kind of tell you what's going on with our ministry, that hopefully I can encourage you with the wisdom that God's given me, and that I can just place that out to you guys, and that you guys would continue to pray for me and my family this year as we step into this huge responsibility of planning this church. And we are just so excited. So please be praying for that Duluth church plant for us. And if you know anybody in the Duluth area, shoot them my email or whatever. My phone number, if you have that, my Facebook page. I don't care. It's never a bother to me to get a phone call from somebody or an email or anything like that. I check them often. So please do that, and please be praying. We need all kinds of prayer. We need the Lord to go before us and bless that, and we're just excited to see what He's going to do in Duluth, Minnesota. And again, just love you guys. If you don't want to be getting this email, I totally understand. And again, I'm not trying to push anything on you, but if it's encouraging, I hope that you continue to get these and listen to them, and even you can invite other people into it, and excuse me, get listed for or subscribe to the subscription there. And we just look forward to continuing this kind of computer relationship. It's kind of cool technology. So just be looking for more of these, and I'm going to keep you guys in the loop. But remember, rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice. Philippians 4:4. You guys check that passage out and just hang on to that. Satan's going to come in this week. He's going to come in an hour from now, and he's going to try ripping your joy away, because now you know the truth that we can rejoice, and that even though things around us are all whacked out, that we do have a reason to be thankful. And that's because of what Jesus did and who He is for us, and that our names are written with His in heaven. And that's just exciting to me. Get excited, guys. Be joyful. It's rare to see joyful people out there, and we need to show that to the world. So I'll be continuing to pray for you guys, and just have a great night. Peace!